Hey everyone, Christina Simmons from Say Yes to Holiness here. So this week, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about love and giving you 3 questions to use so that you can discern whether or not you're really in love. Is what you are experiencing really love? This is really important for us, especially in our relationships with one another, but it's especially important when we are speaking of our relationship with God. Why? Because God loves us. He's made that abundantly clear by his relationship with us, of the fact that he's created us, that he knew us in our mother's womb before we were formed, that he gave his life for each one of us, despite the fact that we don't deserve it, but he still did these things. He has shown that he loves us through his deeds. He's shown it through his words, and he most definitely continues to show his love for each of us, each and every day. So the question becomes, do we love him? Do we truly put him primacy of place in our lives? Is he first? Are we truly loving him with our mind, our heart, and our soul? Which is what the Shema is in Deuteronomy, to love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and all your mind. So these are 3 questions that you can use to kind of look and say, am I truly in love with God? Because this is what we are seeking. We're seeking to fall in love and to be in love and to stay in love. So the first question that we can use to kind of assess not just our relationship with God, but also with other people is, first, do we seek to learn more about them? Are we seeking to learn more about the person that we say we love? Well, when it comes to God, are we seeking to know him? Are we searching for him by spending time in the Word, in Scriptures? Are we spending time with those in his church? Are we spending time with him each and every day in daily prayer? These are the things that we can be asking. Am I seeking him out? Am I seeking out the writings of saints who are speaking and sharing about how they've experienced the love of God, so that I might become aware of the fact that maybe God's speaking to me in this way? But are we seeking to learn more about him? That's question number 1. Number 2, do we find ourselves doing and being loving even when we don't feel like it? Love is more than an emotion. Unfortunately, our world pretty much focuses upon the emotion of love. And if you're not feeling it, then obviously it might not be real. But the fact is that love is truly love when we continue to be loving and to do loving things even when we don't feel like it. Just because I'm not feeling like it doesn't mean that I don't go to Mass, for example, or that I don't go to the Sacrament of Reconciliation, or that I don't spend time in daily prayer. You see, to be truly loving, we need to be doing those things even when we don't feel like doing those things. It's the same thing in our relationship with our spouses, or with our kids, or with friends. Do we really feel like going and watching a particular movie that somebody else has chosen? Or do we really feel like making the coffee, even though we're really tired and we don't feel like doing it? But yet we know that this signals our love. We know that this is a way that we can show our love, and we can continue to be loving even when we don't feel like it. And the third question is, does our life reflect our love? This goes back to deeds, the deeds that we are doing, little things that reflect our love. So again, like making the coffee in the morning. It's about serving. It's about giving ourselves to another. So are we doing that with God? Are we truly serving him even when we don't feel like it? Are we truly coming to know more about him? Are we truly trying to love him? To love, to know, to love, and to serve. This is what it is to put first things first. To have God at the primacy and the center of our lives. This is how we know whether or not we truly are in love, not just with another person, but whether or not we are seeking to love God with all our heart, our soul, and our mind. So I hope that this helps you be able to discern and kind of do a little assessment of how well am I doing? How well am I doing in coming to know Him more deeply? How well am I doing in loving Him more deeply? And how well am I serving Him with all my heart, my mind, and my soul? So I hope that this has served you. And make sure to go to my website, sayyestoholiness.com, to check out whatever is the latest things that are coming up in my community, and in a special way to check on what is the latest thing that you are able to do with me in coaching or in a webinar or in a masterclass. There's always something going on in the Say Yes community. So make sure to go and check it out at sayyestoholiness.com, and I'll talk to all of you again soon. God bless.